disappointed how we, especially in the first half defensively, we just, we're step slow with everything. But this is what happens when you got to come ready to play in this league. And so we didn't have enough guys. We had some guys that really, I thought, took the day off, to be honest with you. And so get back at it next week, and got to keep fighting for questions.
Coach, what did the ref say on the non-foul call at the end of regulation?
I think they knew they blew it. You can't. I don't know what they went to the monitor for. There was no reason to go to the monitor. You can't go back and call a foul. They just blew it at the end. So that's just But that's not why we lost. We lost the game because we stunk defensively. We were terrible defensively.
So you think was the biggest reason behind ULM being efficient offense?
Well, I think they did a good job. They made, they were able to make shots, and we were every cut we were a step slow from jump. We was like we were playing in mud the entire time. I thought they looked fresh. We were playing in mud. We were just slow. I think emotionally we were drained from Thursday, and we didn't have the same fire and energy that we had. And you can't make that excuse when you're fighting for a championship, man. You got to continue to bring it, but. Still a lot of basketball to be played, and hopefully it was something that we can learn from. But we just didn't. We had too many guys. We had some guys that were ready, but we just had too many guys that just weren't ready to play, and they were just a step slow in everything they did. You could just see it.
DeMarcus, he had a big game, 39 points. I know those two, those few free throws that he missed.
Yeah.
How big was that for you guys?
Well, he knows that. I mean, he was tired. He carried us the whole time, and he's mad right now because again he knows if he makes those free throws. But again, as I told our team, man, it shouldn't even came down to that. I'll be honest with you. We had some other guys. Honestly, you look at these box scores, basically just there were no shows, and really forget the offensive stuff, just defensively. Just defensively. And so, he would love to have that back, and then we had some shot selections that weren't very smart, and we look like a mentally tired basketball team today. We really did. We were carrying the world on our back. So, you keep moving and see what happens. They play Thursday, but we just look like we've played 10 days in a row. We just emotionally, we weren't there, and then we were a step slow in every single thing we did, everything.
McDaniels goes off in the first half. It kind of seems like you made a little adjustment toward him, then he fouls out, and then Hurtel goes off at the end of the second half and overtime. Did the defense gear to him, or?
Yeah, no, those are two good players. I think they won now 4 out of 5. And so they're playing good basketball right now, and they're those type of teams that when we talk about matchups, when the stretch fours can step out and shoot, those are the teams that kind of give us some problems in that regard. So I knew going in it was it's a bad matchup for us. When stretch fours can shoot it, that's something that we got to make adjustments. And I thought we made to get ourselves back in the game. I mean, we got all the way to the mountain, and we couldn't close it.
Team shot 25% from three-pointers, and you came in conference leading in percentages. Did you feel like you forced a three-pointer, especially in the second half, trying to make that comeback?
Yeah, we forced some, but we had a lot of shots that we normally make, we just missed. And again, we're a jump shooting team. When you get into our legs, then our defense has to step up. That's what's been great all year for us, is that when we hadn't made threes, our defense, very few times this year have we not made threes, and we played terrible defense. And when we do that, it's going to be tough, and it's hard to win.
With this game obviously behind you guys now, do you think it gives your kids a little extra motivation to get that win against Georgia Southern?
Well, if they needed motivation for that, we got the wrong kids. I mean, at the end of the day, you're fighting it. So we got to come back, and we're going to get back at it Monday and practice. And we got. The one thing that I don't like is the last few games. I thought we've improved offensively, but we've kind of slid a little bit defensively. And so we're going to get back in. We're going to start getting back at it defensively, so we can get ourselves back to who we are. Sometimes you get kind of happy with your offense and you let the defense slide. We got to get back and be a good defense.
What other areas of focus will you all stress during practice this week?
We just, you keep getting better. You are who you are. It's late, I've said it before. One team in the Sun Belt is going to the NCAA tournament. One. And so what we got to do is we got to make sure that in a few weeks we're ready to play. You never know what's going to happen with what place you get. Still a lot of basketball we play, but our focus is just to keep getting better and getting ready for those 3 games in March.